How's it going, guys? Welcome to the video. I've been wanting to do this one for quite a while, so finally glad to get it out there. But we're going to fully cover the squad editor in Total Conflict Resistance, going over every little bit of it from customization, looks, gear, attachments, vehicles, motorised options, squad sizes, so you can fully customise everything in your army and build the army that you need with ease. No confusion. But yeah man, let's get stuck straight into it anyway. Right then, so the easiest way to explain all of this is to start at the very beginning with default squads. So I'm going to pick a country. Yeah, I don't know, mouse is just down here. China #1. Yeah. I'll start it all later. None of this really matters anyway, because we're going to be smashing through it. But how about medium? Troop level. Yeah. Right. Apply. I can't have rebels on the map while I try and do this, so let me just deal with these rebels real quick. Come here!
Contact!
I ain't fighting them, just auto. Get out of it. Right then, so when we start our game, obviously we are greeted with default squads everywhere, and that's what these are, it's just default squads. Some have got 2, some have got 5, some have got 10, but they'd all have vehicles if you hit rearm, and there's vehicles in here because they're default. They will grab anything available to them, like weapon wise. There's no specific to anything, and there's nothing we can do to edit them whatsoever. They're default. So it's the same as when you come to create your squads here. That default there will give me a 10-man, that one's going to give me a 5-man, that one's going to give me a 2-man out of these 3 here, and there's nothing I can do to tell them what to pick up or what not to pick up. So I would deem them useless personally. They just eat up things that you might be trying to stockpile or something like that. So like for example, have I got vehicles left in here? No, them guys have snagged them all, but yeah, if I was... I'll get rid of all them quick, and that puts all them vehicles in there, and we'll swap him out for this guy here. All these have got crappy weapons and stuff like that, squads, 4 out of 5, 9 out of 10. So they're all a mix, but as soon as I hit rearm, they're just going to steal everything. So me, like I said, I find them completely useless personally, I would never use them. Right, and so let's get on to our actual squads, because obviously early game we get police and militia. We can make uniforms for them straight away. Where are we? Which is here. And obviously mid game we get regulars and spec ops, and towards end game we get heavies and heavy 2s. So yeah, that puts us with that. So we're kind of restricted to what uniforms we can make as we progress throughout the years, but that don't mean you can't use these guys in your battalion still. Like in the early game, they're just going to equip the next best uniform. That's all. Obviously, it lets you add another squad type into your battalion. But let's get on to a bit of customization down here in the squad editor. In total, we've got 6 squad types to fully customise, from weapons, armour, attachments, squad sizes, selected vehicle, launchers, down to the actual look of not just the squad but each individual soldier. If you really wanted to go like that deep, each soldier in every single squad you can make look different. It's crazy. So let's look at the unit type first quickly, and go over what it means and what it can actually do. So at the top we've got infantry. What this is going to give us is obviously, as you can see here, 10 soldiers, no vehicle, just 10 foot soldiers, and that's going to take up a lot. And when you go into a battle, like if you was to go in with 300 foot soldiers into a tactical battle, you're only going to spawn with the first, I don't know, it's weird, sometimes 9, sometimes 10 units, I suppose, depending on how much you got it on in your options. But obviously they take up a lot of space as well. So you've got them, which is 10 man. Then you've got motorised, which is again 10 man plus whatever vehicle you select. So depending on what vehicle you select, I don't know, say that for example, there might be, out of my 10 man, there might be 4 people inside that, like a couple of them ready to come out when you click exit or something, and the rest are just following it. but there's still a 10-man squad following it. We've got the armoured, which is 2-man, and that's literally enough to do the vehicle and drive it, obviously drive it and man the weapons. But I mean, if you make squads out of, well, if you make battalions out of squads like this sort of size, then it's crazy, because you have so much vehicle firepower with less than half the amount of soldiers than your standard 300-man battalion. So a full squad of these 2-man armoured squads, I don't know why you do it, but you could do it. That's 60 soldiers, 60 reservists to make up your army. So you can literally just mass them out like the crazy amounts. I never do all of these, but I'll mix them in with the next one that we're going on to, which is recon. And this is 5 soldiers. So again, this one's very nice. If you was to make a full battalion out of these sort of units, you'd get 150-man battalion. Still your 30 squads, 30 vehicles, but half the amount of soldiers. So with these sort of setups, if you mix them in, obviously you played it and you've started into a battle and you've not had that many soldiers off the get-go. If you mix it up, so you're going in like starting your battles with these 2s and 5s or whatever, just mix your battalions, you see out the difference in like the amount of vehicles you'll get at the start of a battle is absolutely crazy. But I will show you all of this when we get there. So that's the type under the squad, and that's what each one of those actually means and what they do. So what's next? Yeah, so obviously I want to show you everything about building it as we go and go over what I'll need, but obviously we've got to research everything, and yeah, before we customise anything we've got to research everything, and then we've got to craft every set item that we want to equip as well. So I think we're going to skip ahead to where all this is ready. It takes too long otherwise, so let's do that quickly. Right then, here we are. Skip forward a little bit. Majority of research is complete in vehicles and pretty much more or less everything. So everything that we could possibly need, and on top of that, we've crafted everything that we're going to need, from uniforms, 2 types of police for some reason, strange, militia, regular, we've got our Desert Eagles, crafted more or less every weapon that we can craft as well. We've got all of our attachments that we want to use when we're playing in a battle, and we've got all of our vehicles that, well, the available vehicles that I want to use personally. So now what we've got to do is make our squads. So I'll start out with police, and let me just double check. What do I want police to have? I'm going to have police cruising around in Typhoons, why not? So let's go police. We don't want to motorise a 10-man, so we'll have a little 5-man unit, and we want the Typhoon. There we go. And I think I'm going to give these guys the Vahan mod, or no, I'll give them the FAL, why not? And then T4, and we'll give them a rocket launcher as well. Not too fussed about the attachment. Police, there's not much we can modify here, to be honest, much whatsoever. Put some glasses on him, yeah man. Light armour, he's got that. So yeah, there's our police, and we're going to copy that to entire squad, save squad, move on to our regulars. What do I want my regulars to have? Let me have a look quickly. Regulars can have that 40 mil, why not? STRF 40 mil. Then what gun are we going to give them? We will give them... I don't know, they can have the Galil mod. So, regulars, what was it, the STRF or something, 40 mil? I'm sure it was something like that. There it is. Yeah, we'll have that. I don't want them a full 10. Very rarely have full 10s. Maybe on one squad I'll have a full 10, but that'll be about it. I'll show you why later. So again, we're going to go recon. And I can't remember what I said I was going to give them. Galil mod or something like that. There it is. And on that, give it a reflex for the ×4. One of those rocket launchers, why not? Not too bothered about the attachments, but obviously you can change them if you want to. Have we got anything more for the head? Stick a mask on him. Gas mask on him. And the armour B. There's loads of different little things you can play with. Like I say, it's not just the squad that look that way. You can make each individual soldier look how you want them to look, or just have the lieutenants stand out. You can even give every guy a different gun if you wanted to. As you can see, they've all got orgs and stuff at the minute, whereas I want that, but obviously that's my setup that I'm having for this guy. So copy to entire squad, save squad. Now everyone else has got the same. And then what we're going through next, militia. I usually have a militia with my anti-air, but what is my anti-air on this? ZSU 23 man. And what weapon do I give them? Let's have a look. Give them Springfield mod, why not? So militia, yeah. I want them infantry. Again, I'm going recon, a few soldiers. What is it, ZSU? Yeah. And I can't remember what it was. We'll give them the Vector R. No, I was going to give them the Springfield sniper, weren't we? Where is it? Oh, yeah, get in. A hand mod. Yeah. A little T4 on that as well. And a rocket launcher. What we got for the mask? Cap, none. None. Backpack. Yep, get rid of that as well. Light armour. Hey, don't know about that. Not much customization on that one then. So we're going to copy to entire squad. Save squad. And then what we got now, Spec Ops. I am going to have them as an armoured unit in the BM21. My artillery. Where is it? There it is. Blind. And what gun am I going to give them? I'll give them the Sacco RK95 mod. It don't really matter for them, there's only 2 of them. They'll be gone when the vehicle gets blown up, so... Sacco... There we go. I still give them weapons anyway. New rocket launcher. Got a few different things to... different guns have got different things you can play around with as well. Can we make you look any different? Whoa, got loads of helmets. Gas mask. Oh, that's cool. Medium armour. Yeah, man. Right then. Copy to entire squad. Save squad. What we got next? Heavies. Right, this is where we use a tank. And what we're going to have? We'll have the 2 Leopards. We'll have Leopard 2A7. Leopard 1A1, 105. What guns? I had a Valmet M78 mod. So, heavy, motorised. I'm going to keep these as a 10 man because they're just bulked out, aren't they? Leopard 1A7. Yep, so got a tank in there. We're going to have the Valmet M78 mod. I'm sure it's called that or something. The ×4 on it. And the new rocket launcher. I ain't bother with too much of them. Whoa! So each one's got different attachments. Don't forget, every faction you play with, all these are completely like different looking as well, man. It's pretty cool. You just gotta have a play with them. No mask on him. Winter. No pockets. Yeah, man. Yeah, he's having a Leopard 105. Copy to entire squad. Save squad. And then we're left with Heavy 2. That looks sick. Yeah. What are we going to get a Heavy 2s? We're going to get the Heavy 2s. We give them the 120 tank, 2A7, 120 mil. So we're going to have them again motorised as a 10 man. With a tank. Yeah. What vehicle gun am I going to give them? He's already got a Valmet M78. It's not a mod, so I can't put attachment on that. Tell you what, these guys can have the Galil mod. Maybe 2. Is stick a normal T4 on that. New rocket launcher. Let's see what we can do to these guys. Ooh, he's got a few colour helmet. Balaclavas, bandana. No pouches. Yeah, man. Yeah, that looks sick. So we'll copy that to entire squad. Save squad. And that is my army set. Right then, so with that done there, now to actually build a battalion with squads. So I was going to give you a random one to start with. So get 4 anti-air. Some 40 mils in there. Some Typhoons. What else have we got? A couple of them 10 mans. Oh. Sorry about that, I've got things on repeat. A couple of them 10 mans, and then we'll have the artillery at the end, and that's 155. But again, it's still half the size of my normal battalion, that is. And we've got some beefy arse units in there still, and they don't take long to build when you build them like half the size as well. They'll take them while that squad is building, what I have got ready is 3 different battalion variants. So this is your normal, look, manpower 300 out of 300, that's max, you can't get any more of that, and everyone's got a vehicle as well rather than being on foot. Over here we've got a mix of armoured and 5-mans, like majority have got my BM21s and stuff like that. So, and then over here I've got just a mix of more 5-mans with some armoureds, and then some like 4 battalions to come in at the end. So I just want to show you the starting difference with in a battle with each kind of group. So we're going to go in first with the normal one that you'd start with, just a big 30-man 300 soldier battalion. But because it's a new squad, first thing I'm going to do, that doesn't really matter, I was going to organise it, but it doesn't really matter. So let's get that one over there. And zero short. This is my mix one as well, so I can show you the difference. Let's get you in that boat. Need you on there to defend so I don't lose my land while I'm making a tutorial. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Where are we going to go to show you? Doesn't really matter, does it? We'll go over here. I'm not doing a battle on it, she's just showing you the size of the army difference. Right, so let's send a 300-man 30 battalion in. Come on.
Contact.
300 soldiers, 30 vehicles, standard 300-man battalion. this is what we start with. What we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 7 vehicles and a crap ton of soldiers that obviously go with them vehicles. So yeah, I got mine settings on max as well, like how many units to be on the field at one time. So let's back out of that quickly and come back in with the second squad that's mixed. All the 10 mans are at the back of this one, and all the 5 men are at the front. See the difference.
Contact.
151 soldiers, but still 30 vehicles. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And a few soldiers. Yeah, man. Much better. So you can mix in some of the 2 armoured vehicles, and you might be able to squeeze in another vehicle or 2 if you're lucky, but it's benefits crazy, like how much you can start a battle with. Plus these battalions use half like the amount of reservists, letting you build masses of battalions, and at very fast pace as well anyway. So let's get back to my squads quickly and see how they're building up anyway. So it's on 72 out of 154, so it's going fast forward, let that build, and we'll bring these others back for now. Might carry on this.
Take cover.
A little playthrough on it, something to do. Take over with China.
Affirmative.
So don't forget, you can be even quicker than that, you can make them even smaller, but I always like to have one big battalion full of artillery, and it's always close by to a fight that's going on, so it can lend a hand in the artillery. Just keep calling it in with the airstrikes and stuff as well. 113 out of 155. Tell you what, while they are building, what we can do is sort out how I want this squad to actually come into battle as well, because don't forget, these little markers down here represent like 1 to 10. That's your first group that's going to be in. 2s, that's your second lot. 3s, that's your third lot. Every time you hit F3, retreat someone out of battle, the next one's coming in. Obviously it's not the first 6 anymore, it's the first 10 vehicles that will be coming into battle, so make sure you've got your Air Force split nicely, anti-air, sorry, split nicely across your battalions, because you, after the latest update, you just get hammered, and I mean absolutely hammered, with artillery and airstrikes now, so it's definitely become a bit more challenging in that side of things. So yeah, going into this one, we've got the anti-air, got plenty of it just in case. Typhoons to send straight in for the kill, followed by some big boy tanks, and then we've got the artillery right at the back if we need it. But on top of that, everyone's got what gun I want them to have on. The attachment for that gun, they're stocked with ammo. They've got my rocket launchers. I've run out of Desert Eagles, so I need to craft some more. But when it comes to sidearms, they generally just seem to grab anything that's available as a sidearm for them to equip. Like them guys there, they've all got Desert Eagles. They've got my 4 times on it as well. What's that, regulars, police? Militias. Yeah, that's the ins and outs of the squad customization, man. Don't really think there's much more I can add. If I've missed something, I'll update the video, but I think that's pretty much about all for this, man. But yeah, if I missed something, feel free to add it in the comments below. I'm not too good at these sort of videos. I tried scripting it and I went off script halfway through the video, if you couldn't tell. But regardless, I hope you found the information useful. Take it easy. I shall catch you on the next one, man. Peace.